the Bamgsamoro government or the interim government for the Bangsamoro has started, and a lot of questions and a lot of criticisms perhaps are too familiar to us in social media, in social talks, and any other gatherings. Pero hindi nalalaman ng iba kung ano ba talaga, kung gaano ba kahirap ang isang transition period. The main objective of gathering all of us here is to hear first-hand information so that from that information we could also spread out the same information, correct information, true information on the status of the existing Bangsamoro transition into the regular government come 2022, inshallah. We hope with the general input that we will be having here from our PTA members, and we are praying that no less than the Chief Minister will come and talk to us about the status of the transition. We do hope that this day is a fruitful day to all of us. Sana po yung araw na ito ay isang umpisa ng maliwanag na araw para sa atin. Yung mga kasama natin na nandito, yung mga information na nandito, malalaman natin dito, madadala natin sa ating mga komunidad upang maging sagot, upang maging tugon doon sa mga katanungan ng mga tao patungkol dito sa ginagawang transition. Sana po, samahan niyo tayo dito. Magsama-sama tayo hanggang sa matapos yung programa natin. Thank you very much, forumZFD. In behalf of KuMuNet, we would like to thank all of us here. Yung partner natin sa BTA, si Madam, si MP Doc Susana, who is always been active. Kahit na sabihan mo lang, kinabukasan, nandito na yan eh. Can we have a round of applause for this very active woman from the BTA? Thank you very much. Thank you so much, ma'am. And to all of you from the academy, from the INGOs, I have seen many familiar faces here. Please po, at saka ini-encourage namin, we encourage also all of us, yung mga gray areas na naisip natin after the presentation of our resource speakers here. Please, ibigay ninyo yung inyong mga katanungan para po maliwanagan natin at sabay-sabay tayong magbigay ng tamang informasyon doon sa mga kasama natin sa baba. In behalf of KuMuNet, forumZFD, maraming salamat po, and we welcome you all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you so much, Kaka Nas Binasing from the Kutawato Multimedia Network. So tulad po nung gist ng dalawang messages na nakuha natin this morning from our CAPSEC, sabi po niya kanina, the BARMM in this administration is always saying that the government is for the people. Ramdam po natin yon. And for the KuMuNet, the KuMuNet always say, we engage everyone who is in this house right now to ask your questions if you have questions later for our speakers, in order for us to go home having a full of knowledge, no, that we can also share to our respective communities. So thank you so much, Sir Nasser Binasing from KuMuNet, and I would like to reiterate for KuMuNet, the KuMuNet, with the support of forumZFD, is having its radio program every Thursday, that's 7 to 8 in the evening. That's called Tinig ng Kapayapaan. Tinig ng Kapayapaan. I almost forgot kahit ako yung anchor. So we have our radio program every Thursday, that's 7 to 8 in the evening at DXMS Radyo Vida. So we hope you can listen, because yung mga guest speakers din po natin every Thursday is our members of the parliament and some of the pressing issues that we have in our communities. As we move forward, we will be having a message of support from our no less than the country director of forumZFD, or the Civil Peace Service, Ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause for Mr. Balash Kobash.
Good morning, respected members of the PTA, respected elders, promiscuous youth. I'm very happy to see you all here this morning in this important event when we have an opportunity to get an update on the transition process within the bar. I jotted down a few thoughts that I want to share, and since this is a message of support, I will begin by introducing our organization a little bit, what we have been doing here in Mindanao, particularly in the Bamgsamoro in recent years. forumZFD is a German organization which first came to Mindanao in 2008, and we have been working here basically since our arrival, supporting the peace process as best as we could. We have offices here in Cotabato, in Davao, and in Butuan, and we are driven by certain core values, primarily non-violence, multi-partiality, and a partnership approach. That means our activities are primarily guided by our local partners, particularly KuMuNet, whom I would like to express our appreciation for all these years of working together with us. As I mentioned, we have accompanied the peace process. We have been working with KuMuNet on a radio program, Bamgsamoro Ngayon, Tinig na Kapayapaan. We have been working on disseminating credible, reliable, first-hand information on the peace process to communities whose access to news is limited. We tried to open spaces over the years for marginalized groups to express their concerns and channel their aspirations into the peace process. We advocated for the passage of the Bamgsamoro organic law. We have supported the plebiscite that confirmed it earlier this year, and we are working together with national agencies, civil society, and academia to create a new Mindanao history that will be integrated into the national curriculum, hopefully to include the genuine voices of the peoples of Mindanao for all Filipinos to learn firsthand. Peace is an act of courage. It takes a lot of bravery to enter into a peace process and to make peace with one's enemies, to extend a hand and embrace one's former enemy as a friend, or at least as a partner. It is a leap of faith from the quote-unquote comfort of what we know in a conflict situation, the clarity that conflict provides, to the uncertainty of the future of peace. So I would really like to express my admiration to all of those who have been working on this peace process and who entered into this peace now. Conflict potentially takes many things from us: life, limb, liberty, loved ones. But it also provides sometimes a high degree of clarity about who we are. When we enter into a peace process, it's exactly that that we fear that we may lose. So in a peace process, we rebuild who we are, we rebuild an identity of harmonious coexistence. This is an act of bravery. So I would like to commend all of you for embarking on that journey. So here we are. We have the Bamgsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. It has been coming for a long time. It is the result of the work of generations of people who have struggled and made achievements on the long road for justice, recognition, and self-determination of the Moro people. It is also the best chance that we have at this moment for peace in this part of Mindanao. So this is something that we need to cherish and we need to support. But this is also what we can describe, to use the language of scholars and peace bureaucrats, as a post-conflict situation. And post-conflict situations are not situations without violence. More importantly, these situations are fragile, volatile, and precarious. They need a great deal of attention, diligence, and support, both from the inside and from the outside. In particular, I would like to emphasize the importance of legitimacy. The legitimacy of this new political entity that we call the BARMM. And legitimacy can come from two sources. In fact, it does come from two main sources. It comes from what we call input. In what is that people who are the constituents of this political entity put into it. And it also comes from the output, meaning what is this entity, the BARMM, capable of providing to its citizens? How well does it perform? To what extent is it able to meet the expectations that people have in relation to the future in which they are guided by the Bangsamoro Transition Authority and later on the Parliament and the BARMM government? There are two particular concepts here that I would like to emphasize, and one is trust. We need to build trust. Trust doesn't come by itself. Trust is something that we consciously build. Trust building sometimes means swallowing our pride and moving on, believing that our counterpart will do the same. And as we work together, many of the obstacles that we saw as insurmountable in the past will suddenly become minor bumps along the road. It also means, and this takes me back to the concept of legitimacy, the trust of the people in the government, the trust of all the peoples who are now citizens of the BARMM in the new political entity. And this kind of trust and the legitimacy that comes with it is conferred to the new political structure because of its inclusiveness and because of its duty of care to all the people who comprise its citizenry. And the other is capacity. The BTA is, in fact, building a state within a state. It's creating new government structures that will make important decisions and that will provide important services to its citizens. This is a monumental task. This is a huge task to be undertaken in a 3-year period. Again, this is a major act of bravery to embark on this, and it deserves a lot of respect and a lot of support from our end. So the services and the general improvement in the quality of life of the people of the Bamgsamoro will provide the other source of the legitimacy. And this is where I would like to express our continued support and our promise to continue accompanying this process. It is important, and we have been accumulating some degree of experience in communicating what can be expected and what cannot be expected, how the government can perform. We can help with accountability and transparency which will increase the trust of the people in their government. We are going to work with civil society in the Bamgsamoro, with the government, with the BARMM authorities, in order to make peace possible in this part of Mindanao. And I hope that when peace finally comes, it will also have the rest of Mindanao to find its way to peace in other parts of the island and the country. So thank you very much, and I am looking forward to working with all of you in the future. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Sir Balash Tomas, the Country Director of forumZFD Business, or the Civil Peace Service, who has a base office in Davao City and has its satellite office in Kutawato City, working for peace building and in Butuan City. Once again, thank you so much, sir, for the message of support. And we will be moving now to one of the highlights of our program this morning, the keynote message of our interim Chief Minister of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, no less than the Honorable Ahod Balawag Ibrahim, to be delivered by the Cabinet Secretary of the Office of the Chief Minister. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Sir Mohd Aslim K. Pentato.
At the outset, allow me to say, pasensya na, medyo magkakasawa na po tayo sa boses ko ngayon. No? I will also be reading the message of the Chief Minister for this very important event, but he would like to express his regrets. Fortunately, he would not be able to join us today because of an equally important event that he is attending to right now. But this is not to say that he doesn't put pride on this event. No, actually, this is the reason why he asked me to read his message. He asked me to read his message for this event, and allow me to do so. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Allow me to extend my courtesies to Balash Tomas, the Country Director of forumZFD, and to all his colleagues, to our fellow workers in the Bamgsamoro government, and to all our friends and partners for peace and development. Magandang umaga po, and thank you for joining us today. The Bamgsamoro transition phase has been one of the most important chapters in our community's history. Not only we are trying to build systems that can truly address the struggles and aspirations of our people, we are also operationalizing our call for moral governance. This revolves around transparency, accountability, and most importantly, guided by our shared values as a people. The latter part is perhaps the most challenging aspect of this phase. Changing the government is one thing, but changing the mindset of the people is another. We cannot deny the fact that there have been individuals who hijack our opportunities for growth and self-determination, but through the consistent reminder of what it means to serve under the pillars of moral governance, we hope to influence the entire region that selflessness is at the heart of serving the Bangsamoro. Ever since the turnover last February 2019, the newly established regional government through the Bangsamoro Transition Authority has made some drastic and commendable steps to assure that the government is in place. Since the beginning of the Bangsamoro peace process and until now, different international and local non-government organizations continue their hard work and support to the Bangsamoro. And I cannot put into words how thankful we are for your unrelentless support to our cause. Today's event, spearheaded by forumZFD, is equally essential because it is our duty to let you know what we are or where we are right now, the things we could improve on, and even future possibilities that are yet to be explored. Just this month, the Bamgsamoro government launched the Project Tabang, or Tulong Alay sa Bangsamoro Nangangailangan. This is a joint effort of several ministries and offices crafted to deliver basic social and medical services to the ground. Aside from the usual, we also assured other services in the implementing areas like free legal services, scholarship programs, job fair, and the livelihood assistance program, among many others. Over the course of the next few months, we hope to bring similar efforts to the heart of the Bamgsamoro in the newly installed 63 barangays in North Kutawato and eventually in the Basilan, Sudu, and Tawi-Tawi. Last week, we just recently concluded another successful Project Tabang in Barangay Boganga, Marawi City to help our internally displaced brothers and sisters in Lanao, those who were affected by the Marawi siege who are until now longing to return to their homes in Ground Zero. But what we are trying to reiterate in such effort is to bring the government to the people. And hopefully, we will be able to say that no community in the Bangsamoro is left behind, be it in the heartland of Maguindanao and Lanao, or the farthest islands in the area of Basilan, Sulu, Tawi-Tawi. We hope that the government is felt, and hopefully, that will become our lasting legacy for the next generations of the Bangsamoro. Of course, there will be challenges along the way, but through multi-stakeholders gathering like this, we get the opportunity to be reminded and to recalibrate our efforts. This is why I'm always thankful to see people from all walks of life who continue to exert efforts in the events like this, or in events like these. I am forever grateful for your undying support ever since we chartered our course to peace and development. We still have a long way to go, and I hope you will still be there when the Bangsamoro finally realizes its dream, inshallah. Thank you and wassalam.
Thank you so much, sir, for delivering the message of our Honorable Interim Chief Minister. And some of the highlights of the speech is the current program of the leadership of Interim Chief Minister Alhaj Murad Ibrahim, or Ahmad Malawag Ibrahim, which is the Tabang program which recently came in the city of Malawi for the conflict-affected areas to provide basic social services for the people in that area. But I think the launching of this program was happened here in this area, under the BARMM area, where there's lots of Bangsamoro people who came in and take the opportunity to have the services that the BARMM has offered in this administration. Thank you so much once again to our Cabinet Secretary representing the Office of the Interim Chief Minister. And by this time, for those who are asking, we will be proceeding to the Peace Forum proper, in which we will be having two speakers for the updates on the transition process of the BARMM. And the first speaker that we will be having is one of the members of the Parliament who is representing the settlers communities. And I believe there's lots of efforts for our brothers and sisters in the settlers communities that actually lahat tayo we have to understand, as they're also part of our society. And our first speaker is known as MP Dr. Susana Anayati, who will speak us about the updates on the settlers community. A round of applause.
Thank you, Nas, my student. Isang magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Assalamualaikum, Fiyamufuan. So isa po ako sa miyembro ng Parliament. Kinakatawan ko po ang certain communities o yung tinatawag na hindi Moro, hindi katutubo, naninirahan sa Bamgsamoro. Ibig sabihin, yung mga ninuno po natin nanggaling sa Visayas at sa Luzon at nagdesisyon na manirahan dito sa lugar ng Bamgsamoro. At sa batas po na BON, tayo po yung tinatawag na settler communities. So, unang-una, nagpapasalamat po tayo sa KuMuNet sa pag-organize ng ganitong forum upang ipaabot sa inyo kung ano na po ang nangyayari sa Bamgsamoro government. At pasalamat din po tayo sa country director, Mr. Palas, our friend, for inviting us. So sa mga kababaihan, sa mga estudyante, sa mga royalties, sa mga guro, at sa lahat-lahat ng nandito, maraming salamat po at nagbigay kayo ng panahon na pakinggan, makikisa sa forum na to. Sapagkat alam namin, marami pa ang hindi naaabot ng mga impormasyon na may kinalaman tungkol sa BARMM ng ating bagong pamahalaan. So ang ating bagong pamahalaan, isa sa framework po niya ay inclusivity. Simulat sa poll, ginagawa pa lang po yung batas. I-emphasize na po yan ng ating mga pinuno na ang BARMM, ang BON, hindi lang po para sa MILF or MNLF, kundi ito po ay para sa mga Kristiyano, kababaihan, kabataan, at lahat po ng sektor ng ating pamahalaan. At kami po ngayon ay 8 buwan na nanunungkulan. At bilang tinatawan po ng settler communities, ano na nga po ba ang aming nagawa? So, 2 po kami kinatawan ng settler communities sa Parliament. Ang inyong lingkod at si Ginoong Narciso A.K. So, si Narciso A.K., nominee ng MILF, at ako po from the government. So, 2 po kami, nag-author po kami ng isang Parliament Bill number 10 na na-file po namin as early as March. At sa ngayon po pumasa na ng first and second reading at i-refer na po sa appropriate committees before it is brought to the plenary for third and final readings. So ano nga po ba yung Cabinet Bill number 10 na to? So ito, ang pamagat po ng bill na to para sa settler communities ay an act creating an office for settler communities implementing for the purpose Article 9, Section 15 of Republic Act 11154, also known as Organic Law for the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region and Muslim Mindanao on basic rights for settler communities, defining its powers and functions, and appropriating funds thereof. So yun po ang pamagat ng Cabinet Bill number 10 na naaayon sa Bangsamoro Organic Law na itatatag sa Bangsamoro government. Sapagkat alam po natin sa ARMM government, wala pong tanggapan na nakalaan para sa settler communities. Kahit po sa RLA, for 30 years sa Assembleya, wala pong representative din sa settler community. Kaya po sa bagong pamahalaan ng BARMM, tiniyak po natin sa drafting of the law na mayroong space for the settler communities. In fact, sa Parliament po, there are 2 reserved seats na nakalaan para sa settler communities. Hindi na kailangan tumakbo sa eleksyon, kundi reserved seat na po yung 2 yon. Sa Council of Leaders din po na magbibigay ng payo sa Chief Minister, meron din pong representative doon from the settler communities. So nangangahulugan po na ang settler communities, kahit na minority, ay represented po sa pamahalaang Bamgsamoro. So ito pong batas na to, mayroong mga kapangyarihan na nakapaloob, may powers and functions such as social services, administration, allocation of funds, coordination, creation of special projects, provision of legal assistance, referral to proper government agencies. Mangilan-ilan po yun sa mga kapangyarihan na nilagay natin sa batas na to. So meron pong plantilla o personnel ang tanggapan na to at merong appropriation na manggagaling sa BARMM. At sa ngayon po, binigyan po kami ng pagkakataon na mag-identify ng project para sa aming constituents. Isa po sa na-identify ko ay ang construction ng office building for central communities. So, na-approve na rin po yun. Na-approve na rin po yun at bago tapos ang taon, baka simulan na rin po ang construction ng building na yun. So, huwag po mag-alala ang mga central communities tungkol sa lupa. Kung may hawak po kayong titulo, yung torrents title, sa inyo po yan. Hindi po yan basta-basta makukuha sa inyo. Kung kunin man sa inyo, magdidiman po kayo dapat ng karapatan kabayaran. Yung paggamit po ng pay o yung tondo, para sa mga Muslim lang po yan na kababaihan. Hindi po yan ipagpipilitan na gamitin ng mga hindi Muslim na kababaihan. So karapatan po yun natin. Yung ating mga paaralan, ating mga simbahan, ating mga symbols, hindi din po yan gagalawin. Nasa BOL po ang pagkilala at paggalang sa karapatan namin sa relihiyon, maging anuman po ang ating mga tribo. Hindi lang po Kristiyano, kundi yung iba't ibang relihiyon na nandito sa BARMM, kinikilala po yan at iginagalang. So patuloy lang po yung ating selebrasyon ng Pasko, ng Holy Week, mga kapistahan, tayong mga center communities. Sa pagdadamit naman, hindi rin po tayo pipilitin na magdamit katulad ng mga babaeng Moro. Pero we are called to dress ourselves with decency, no? Hindi yung gagayahin natin yung mga European, gano'n, tapos nandito tayo sa bar. Hindi po yun magandang tingnan. And then pagdating naman po sa pagkain, although pinopromote talaga sa bar yung halal industry, yun pong tinatawag na haram sa Islam, pero sa sectors ay hindi po ipinagbabawal. Magkakaroon lang po yan ng regulasyon na kung saan magpapasa ng mga ordinances to regulate yung marketing of products with and without aggregates ng porn. So, pagbubukurin po, baka pwede mangyari, pagbukurin yung mga palengke at mga grocery items na may mga aggregates ng porn para yung pagkilala sa karapatan ng bawat kapwa-tao ay manatili po. So, hindi po ipinagbabawal at it will be regulated. Pagdating naman sa school days, kasi isa po ito sa itinanong ng forum namin last Sunday, school days, kasalukuyan po ginagawa yung education code for the BARMM. So, baka isa po yan sa itakel, no? So, abangan na lang po natin mga sisters at mga brothers, ano yung magiging patakaran sa school days. Kasi sa ngayon, Monday to Friday pa rin po tayo, Saturday, Sunday, rest day. So, sa mga darating na araw, abangan po natin ano ang magiging pagbabago dyan kung meron man po. So, yung pagtuturo po ng mga religious subjects, kinikilala pa rin po yan sa educational system na nilagay namin sa BOL. So, sa ngayon, sinusulat din po yung education code. Actually, invited po ako sa right shop ngayon to give inputs on the faith-based perspective of Christianity about education. So, pinadala ko na lang doon yung aking kasamahan sa office to give our inputs. So, marami po pagbabago na darating sa ating pamayanan, sa ating communities, dahil sa BARMM. Sabi ng ating presidente, change has come. Pero yung change na yun, nangyayari na po. Actually, sana nararamdaman na natin yung mga pagbabago at maging cooperative po tayo, makipagtulungan po tayo sa ating pamahalaan na sa ngayon ay nasa kasalukuyang transition sapagkat hindi po madali ang mag-transition. 8 buwan pa lang po kami sa panunungkulan at marami po talagang problema ang hinaharap, pero pinagpipilitan po harapin ng maayos ng ating mga pinuno. Kaya para sa mga central communities, patuloy po namin kayong bibigyan ng informasyon kung ano ang kinahihinatnan ng ating mga isinusulong na pagbabago, at sana subaybayan nyo rin po. Kasi sa noong Sunday, nagulat nga kami na meron hindi nakakaalam na nasa BARMM Kutawato City, gano'n ba? So marami pa talagang dapat gawin ang taga-BARMM para maipabot sa mga kanayunan sa ating mga communities kung ano nga ba ang BARMM, ano nga ba ang nangyayari, at ano pa ang ating gagawin para sa pagbabago sa ikauunlad ng pamumuhay ng ating mga mamamayan. So sa ngayon po, yun po ang gusto kong ipaabot sa ating central communities. Huwag po kayong mag-alala. Pinangangalagaan po ng BARMM ang ating mga karapatan, at magkakaroon po tayo ng tanggapan na ating pupuntahan, pwede natin ilulog yung ating mga problema, at may mga programa po nakalaan para sa inyo. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much once again, MP Dr. Susana Alayanin, for the updates on the actions taking in by the settlers community. And inshallah, inshallah that the Parliament will sooner, again, ay makapag-create ng separate office for the settlers community, inshallah. And as of this time, we move to another updates on the Bamgsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. The representative of the Minister on the MILG, Attorney Nagib Sinaripo, may I call on Engineer Khalid S. Dumagay, Director 3 of the MILG BARMM.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Una-una, actually, tinawagan ako na nandun ako sa kabilang activity. So we have planning consultation in the province of Maguindanao. Kasi pinupurculate ngayon yung Bangsamoro Development Plan. So nandun na ako kanina, tinawagan ako. Kasi hindi nakarating ang aming boss dahil sa equal important activity na napuntahan niya. So, I am under instruction na ilahat ko dito kung ano yung mga specific activities, particularly yung mga ginagawa natin sa interior of local government as far as the implementation of the Bamgsamoro organic law is concerned. Actually, ang regional autonomy compared to the local government unities, masyadong malayo ang difference dito. At kailangan natin intindihin lahat para ma-exercise natin, para mapakinabangan natin, o para may pakita natin na yung ipinaglaban natin for half a century ay kaya-kaya natin palagawin. At yan ang main difference ng local governance as provided under the 1987 Constitution as the regional autonomous government. Ang regional autonomous government is actually a political abdication. It's a devolution of political power, meaning whatever activities of the national government, doon sa 55 powers na binigay sa atin, tayo na po ang gagawa dito sa Bangsamoro government. Yung 55 powers na yun, hindi na po tayo pakikialaman ng national government at tayo na po ang bahala kung paano natin gagawin dito sa area ng Bangsamoro government. Okay. Ang ibig sabihin nito is kung failure, ang accountable is the leadership of the Bangsamoro government. Directly accountable to the Bangsamoro people. Unlike local governance, na yung local government unit leaders are directly accountable to the office of the President. Ganon yung difference, no? So dito sa atin, we also have our constituent local government unit, which is directly accountable to the Chief Minister. So of the 55 powers na binigay sa atin under the Bangsamoro Organic Law, hahatiin yan ng regional leadership at each constituent local government unit para magbigay tayo ng administrative powers in our constituent local government unit at yun yung i-deliver nila sa atin at kayo ang eyes and ears of the regional leadership, whether this default services to our constituent local government unit is provided to you by our local leaders. So malaki ang gagampanan nating role, malaki ang may tutulong nyo sa regional leadership para magarantiya natin, para may pakita natin na yung ipinaglaban natin for more than 50 years ay tama na kayang-kaya natin palagay. Sa ngayon po, ang MILG po ay pinangunahan ang pag-draft ng ating local government code. At dinidefine natin dito kung what particular services ang may expect nyo from the barangay government, municipal government, city and provincial government para sila na po yung accountable sa inyo. Para sila na po as soon as issues and challenges affecting the community, hindi na po ihintay ng regional leadership na desisyonan o mag-respond doon sa particular needs ng community dahil mayroon tayong representative na local government unit na sila na po ang gagawang ng solusyon ng mga ito. These 55 powers, para may deliver natin, is binigyan tayo ng ating judge seal from the National Revenue. At the regional level, we have our black grant. That is around 5% of the national revenue and internal revenue allotment for our local government unit na ang estimate namin sa ngayon sa lahat ng local government unit in ARM is nasa 30 billion and expected to increase by around 30% by year 2022 sa implementation ng Mandanas case kung saan ang basis for the computation ng IRA is isasama natin yung collection ng Bureau of Customs. So ang ibig sabihin nito is by 2022 mas lalaki pa yung expected na services to be provided by the local government unit and isa yan sa ginagawa natin ngayon ng paraan sa ating local government code na ma-delineate natin, ma-define natin kung ano yung accountability ng ating local government unit at ano naman sa regional leadership. Tulad ng napakalaking issue ngayon dyan sa road clearing. No? Alam ko maraming naapektuhan sa inyo. At ito yung marahil, yung sinabi ng ating boss na sincere government is easy, but sincere is much, much different. Ang intindi kasi natin dyan sa road clearing na yan, kukunin ng gobyerno. But sino ang gobyerno? Ang gobyerno is tayo. Ang gobyerno is organization, lalo na itong Bamgsamoro government is organization of the Bamgsamoro people at kung ano man ang property nito, kung ano man ang resources nito, resources ng Bamgsamoro people. At yung road clearing na ginagawa ng ating mga local leaders, local government officials, is sinisigurado nila na yung property ng taong bayan, yung property ng Bamgsamoro people, ay mas maganda kaysa private o individual property ng isang Bamgsamoro. Ang ibig sabihin nito is kung mapakita natin na yung sinasabi natin o tinatawag natin na public property is even better than the private property, yun ang isa sa mga indicators of good governance. And even during the time of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, sinabi niya na bawal, na mas maganda yung isang bahay ng Muslim kaysa sa yung mosque. Kasi yung mosque is property of all the people. And the same with this, yung nakasanayan natin public property. Medyo masakit sa atin, yung road clearing na yan, dahil sa napakatagal na napabayaan natin siguro yung pag-intindi o pag-appreciate kung ano talaga ang dapat na ginagawa ng gobyerno. Ang nakalagay sa batas is the barangay should maintain and operate its own barangay local government rule. The municipality is the same, the province is the same, the region and the national government is mandated to maintain these particular roads. At sisiguraduhin natin na itong mga roads natin is kaya niya i-serve yung future need of the generation. So medyo masakit sa atin itong road na ito, road clearing na ito, dahil for more than 2 decades, hindi natin napagtulong-tulungan na ma-establish kung saan dito ang property, saan ang bounds and rates of this particular road. Wala tayong listahan, kaya nagkaklas yung private property at saka yung public property, property ng taong bayan. At ito yung sinasabi ng ating boss na we need to change our mindset para mapakinabangan natin yung political power na binigay sa Bangsamoro people to craft our own destiny, to show to the world na kaya natin maggoberno, kaya natin pangalagahan ang ating kapakanan, kaya natin i-chart ang ating future development. Sa ngayon, maraming nagtataka na ang tingin ay medyo mabagal yung usad ng pagpasok ng bagong gobyerno. Pero ang totoo is magkakaroon tayo ng tunay or first na operation ng Bamgsamoro government pagdating ng January of 2020. Sa ngayon, we are still operating under the structure of the arm na minana natin. Walang magawa ang leadership kung hindi i-implement kung ano ang nandito because we are mandated. Binigyan tayo ng authority na ito yung gagawin natin provided magpasa muna ng bagong batas sila ma'am sa BTA. Lahat ng existing laws ng national government is recognized under the Bangsamoro Organic Law to be implemented habang wala pa tayong sariling batas. At mag-iiba lang kung may nagawa na ang ating Bangsamoro Transition Authority that is exclusively to be implemented in our area. Okay. So, lahat, since their assumption in February of 2019, lahat ng ginagawa natin ngayon is more of preparatory work para pagdating ng January of 2020, makikita natin kung ano ang ginawa ng ating mga leader na mas angkop sa pangangailangan natin. In the case of the 63 barangays, we have already drafted an executive order na pending the creation of new local government unit that will comprise the 63 barangays. Magpapatayo tayo ng tatawagin natin barangay coordinating development and coordinating office para i-facilitate nito ang serbisyo, ang programa, ang policies ng regional government doon sa 63 barangays na yan. And in addition to that, as I said earlier, we are currently doing a consultation para sa pagbibilang, pag-craft ng ating development direction. We call it Bamgsamoro Development Plan from 2020 to 2022 at ito na po yung commitment ng ating regional leadership na by 2020, the Bangsamoro people shall have a good good governance shall have a new government anchored on yung sinasabi natin moral governance. So medyo mayroon din mga sektor na medyo hindi pa malinaw sa atin kung ano itong tinatawag natin moral governance sa SAMAR. Actually, medyo hindi comfortable. Pero ginamin natin na moral governance is all policies, programs, projects, and activities of the Bamgsamoro government will pass through two tests. First test is it moral? Is it in accordance with the Section 3, Article 3 of the Bamgsamoro law that lahat ng gagawin ng Bamgsamoro government is to promote common good. To promote common good, not only good for particular sector, but to all the people of the Bamgsamoro region. Second test is whether this is legal. So ito po yung kaibahan nung nakasanay natin moral good governance noon at saka itong moral governance na ginagawa natin na palagi ang desisyon ng ating mga leader inshallah is unang tanong sa mga aksyon natin, mga policies natin, mga programs natin is whether it will promote the common good of the people of the Bamgsamoro region, and second is whether this action, this policy is legal in accordance to the agreed principle and standard of the national government. So yan, sa ngayon po, yan yung may bibigay namin na update at nagpapasalamat kami sa organizer ng event na ito because this is one way, this venue, this activity, this event is one way of showing that we are exercising this political power given to us under the organic law of the Bamgsamoro. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Once again, thank you so much, Sir Director from the Ministry of Interior and Local Governance. And we would like also to acknowledge some of our friends who have just been in our activity. The Executive Director of the Bureau of Public Information, Dr. Darabin Sanam. Thank you so much, sir, for coming in and for also helping us to conduct this activity. And to everyone who has been here, maraming salamat po for coming in. And at this point of time, we'll be opening the floor for a question and answer portion to our resource persons this morning. If you have questions, you may approach the microphone near you. Meron po tayo dito isa na microphone, and we also have another microphone in this section. If we have question po, then we can approach the microphone. But before that, let me facilitate the question and answer by raising your hands first, then I will recognize you. Then you may proceed to the microphone.